Welcome back to Eclectic. This is Alina from Argentina. Thank you so much for being here, for liking the videos, and for your messages and your comments below and all that, for supporting this channel. Thank you so much. We're going to talk about your health and a long-term narcissistically abusive relationship. Narcissistically abusive relationships generate physical problems, especially long-standing relationships with a narcissist. These types of relationships generate stress. And so if you go to the literature on stress, medical stress, which I'm not a doctor, but from what we know, what I've been reading and all that, mind, body and soul are connected. The body is telling you, this is hurting me, stop, right? And the body connects with you by hurts and pains and problems in the body. And so now we know that the HPA axis controls the stress response of the body. And so hypothalamus, pituitary and adrenal glands, those three control the response to stress and our mood and our immune response. And so when it's continuously on, but by that I mean your sympathetic nervous system is on fight-flight mode. And now we know there's fawn also, and freeze. And when you have those responses to stress on continuously, like in a long-standing relationship with a narcissist, what you get is physical problems and inflammation. Weight gain, that is difficult to get rid of because your metabolic rate drops and now you have a problem losing weight. And then we see pains, and for example, pain, psychologically, that's guilt. Guilt is, you should have done that, you shouldn't have done that, and that. So now here's pain, okay? And yeah, and there are different thought patterns that you can change in order to start sort of loosening that, or starting to let go of that structure of thought. And so it's all connected, and your body will tell you, okay? For example, it's very common to see victims of narcissism or targets of narcissistic abuse with throat pains and aches, because this is the creative part, and this is linked to saying what I want to say, expressing my feelings. It's anger, long-standing anger that is not expressed. Also back pains, very, very common. That's lack of support. It means lack of support. Financial, and also of people, love, caring, nurturing. Then, for example, headaches, flus, colds, okay? That's too much going on here, and confusion. And then that's, for example, gaslighting. We also see anxiety, which is a psychological part, and also at a mental level, we see loss of cognitive capabilities, because this part of the brain is the one that regulates this stuff, like the one I just mentioned: stress response, fight, flight, freeze, fawn, all that. And it's very primal, like it's the first thing, and you need all the blood of the brain here, and so the blood doesn't circulate to this part so much because you're constantly on. And so this part, the prefrontal cortex, is the one that engages in reasoning and all that, and so it tends to be offline. And many times victims of narcissistic abuse, when they just leave a narcissist, at the point where they are the worst, they have problems speaking, and, for example, or reading. This doesn't have to do with IQ, with intelligence, with anything like that. It's just that our brain is busy keeping us safe, and so blood doesn't get here, okay? That's as simple as I can say it, and that's with the words of a non-medical person, right? But that's what happens, and I see it in my practice a lot. And so but here's the thing: you can always get better, you can always stop this cycle where you are so empathic, for example, that you learn that through being extra super nice, you lose yourself and you think about the other person, and that's safe for you, because if you have a narcissist in front of you, you need to give the person all the attention in order to not die, let's say, right? And I don't mean this is physical violence necessarily, it's psychological violence. And so you need to stop those patterns. That's what we work on in order to get back to being yourself. Here I am, I'm not as easily malleable. Is that a word in English? I think so. Where if I'm with a person that is narcissistic, I will lose myself, And so the body, your health, starts to get better, And so there's hope for all this. That's my message for today. I hope this was interesting, and also it's all about changing your thought patterns and working on yourself. It's amazing how this can be reverted. It's very interesting to see. And so I hope this was interesting. Thank you so much for your comments in my last video, and thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.